Hello dear friends, in this video we will try to go from $1 to $100 using a 1-minute strategy with the help of the RSI indicator. This strategy demonstrates extremely high effectiveness. With this strategy you don't need technical analysis or anything else. All you need is the RSI indicator, just set it up correctly and that's it. Nothing more is required. So this is a very simple strategy, especially for beginners. And don't forget about my Telegram channel. In my Telegram channel, I share daily reports on trading sessions with the team in the VIP channel. Here's a report from the latest trading session. Here, we secured 9 profitable trades. By the way, we trade twice a day on weekdays and once a day on weekends. I also share my life in my Telegram channel and regularly hold giveaways. And here's a report on the latest giveaway. Here, the winner received $1,000. I've also created free educational material for beginners in trading. It's completely free. In other words, I'm not selling anything. If you want to get access to the educational material or join the VIP channel, you can simply go to my Telegram channel and send me a direct message. Here's my contact. Let's not waste any time and start trading. To trade using this strategy, we need to set the duration of each trade. 1 minute. The amount for each trade will be $1. In other words, each time we will be placing the entire balance on a single trade. Let me say again that in this video I am breaking the rules of risk management and money management. But I want to show you that this strategy is extremely simple and highly effective. That's why in this video I will be breaking these rules. When you trade, you should never break these essential rules, because trading this way means you could lose your hard-earned money. Alright, now, we also need to set the chart time frame to exactly 1 minute. And we need to add the RSI indicator. Here it is. I have even marked it with a star for you. This is the RSI indicator itself. Before you start trading with this strategy, you need to set up the RSI indicator so that it gives accurate signals. To set it up, click on the pencil icon, and here you don't need to change anything. Go to this tab. On this page, by default, this field will be set to 70 and this one will be set to 30. You need to change this to 80 and this to 20, then click the Save button. Now let me explain the essence of the strategy. We have an overbought zone and an oversold zone. When the price touches the overbought zone, we open a trade to go down. When the price touches the oversold zone, we open a trade to go up. In other words, the strategy is as simple as possible. Now let's move on to opening up our very first trading position and carefully identifying the most opportune moment to enter. So I found the first excellent moment to open our first trade. We can see that the price has very nearly approached the significant overbought territory. So let's initiate a short position to go down right after this current candle finally closes. Here we have a significant resistance level which the price will likely react to very soon. And this very specific resistance level also serves as our overbought level. In other words, this level is located roughly within the exact same price range as before. So let's wait patiently now and prepare to open a trade to go down as the trend reverses. The candle has just closed, so we decided to enter a short position to go down. I originally wanted to wait for the moment when the price would touch the resistance level exactly, but I think that would have been unnecessary. So, dear friends, I also want to say that if you are trading with this strategy for the first time, I recommend that you immediately do not open trades as soon as you see that the price is near the overbought or oversold level. Wait for those moments when the price actually touches these lines, because most often the price reversal happens exactly from these lines. When the price doesn't touch, it can keep going further. It is moving upward. So you should always wait patiently until the price finally touches one of the extreme overbought or oversold zones. So let's get back to our trade. We have only a small amount of time left until the first trade closes, and our balance will already be exactly $2. Yes, our balance is $2.19. Our first trade closed in profit. Now let's switch to another currency pair and find another good opportunity to open our next trade. So I found the next good opportunity to open our second trade. Here we'll be placing $2 already. we can see that the price has dropped below our significant oversold level and has already started to rebound back toward the upside, so we won't hesitate here. We'll immediately open an upward trade for 1 minute with a total of $2. So while our trade is in progress, let me tell you, dear friends, about the challenge that my team and I have started. We are currently taking on an ambitious challenge, where we are working hard to grow from starting with just $100 to $50,000. Today was the first day we started this challenge, and together with the team, we've already reached $150. And during this specific challenge, after quite some time, we will eventually reach $50,000. Because this certainly isn't our very first challenge. In the first challenge, we reached from $100 to $20,000. In the second challenge, we went from $50 to $30,000. And in the third challenge, we went from $30 to $35,000. So dear friends, if you want to take part in this challenge, you can write to me in private messages. The link to my Telegram channel will be in the comments under this video. I will add you to my team completely free of charge, and you will be able to take part in this challenge. Damn, I didn't notice that the payout percentage here is so low, and we only have $3 left in the balance right now. Well, that's not a big deal. Alright, let's keep going. Let's find the next currency pair. And we'll continue trading. So I've found the next good opportunity to open our trade. We're opening a trade right away for a decrease, $3 down for 1 minute. While our trade is open, my dear friends, I'd like to talk to you about something that I've been mentioning quite often lately, probably in every one of my videos. I very often see people on YouTube who frequently advertise their supposedly working bots on Telegram. I want to warn those who are seriously considering the possibility of using these bots, or who have already used one and are actively looking for another because the previous one completely failed to deliver any results. Dear friends, I've been in trading for 8 years now. Just last week it hit me that I've already been trading for 8 years. At the beginning of my journey, I used them too, these very bots. I used 5 similar bots because it wasn't enough for me that the first one didn't work, the second one didn't work, the third one didn't work, the fourth one didn't work, and in the end the fifth one didn't work either. Let me continue my speech on the next currency pair, because here our trade just closed in profit. I don't want the video to end up being too long. Let's go ahead and set the amount for one trade to $5. Let's even put in all the cents we have. $5.80. We'll place that on the next trade and let's switch to another currency pair. So I've found the next perfect moment to open our next potential trade. Here we can see that the price is heading straight towards the overbought level. So now we wait for this candle to close and then open our next trade. And I'll continue my speech, which I've been continuing. There are already a lot of videos. These bots, I wanted to explain how they actually work. They work on the principle of a randomizer. That is, they don't analyze anything at all. Take a look at the chart and the data that you have right there, the one you see on your screen. They simply give out a completely random value. In other words, it is just a simple program that any school kid could write, which just gives a simple 50-50 answer. And I can absolutely assure you that. Alright then, let's open a trade. I think I missed the entry moment just a little bit. But I can definitely assure you that all these bots, that is exactly how those systems operate. They simply give you a simple answer, telling you to either buy or sell. Honestly, I could do the exact same thing myself by just closing my eyes tightly and pressing a random button. That is exactly how these automated trading bots try to predict where the market price will go in the future. And I assure you, please, my dear friends, I really want to give you a very serious and honest warning today. If you are thinking that you might want to use these bots for yourself, under no circumstances should you ever waste your valuable time and your hard-earned money on them. Because in the end, you will just find yourself wasting all of your precious time and money on these bots. And, well, it is simply a complete and total waste of your time and effort. If you truly want to get into professional trading, and if you really want to make consistent money from it, just train your mind. build up your deep knowledge, and then everything will eventually work out for you. However, if you just keep using these automated bots, then you'll just lose your money and time. By the way, our trade just went through. Let's immediately set the amount for one trade to $11 and switch to another currency pair. And I'll continue my speech because I still have more to say. So, I've found the next good one. To open our next trade right now, this is actually an absolutely opportune moment for us to do so. I don't think we should wait right now. And right now, let's open a trade for a decrease, $11 down for 1 minute. I really want to ask those, well, honestly, everyone who is currently watching this video, especially those of you who have actually used these bots before, please, I'm asking you to hurry up, scroll down to the comments section right now and share your personal experience using these bots. Please, if you have ever used these specific bots, it really doesn't matter what your experience was like, just scroll down and tell us all about it in detail. And I am more than sure, in fact, I'm absolutely certain that everyone who has ever used these bots has unfortunately lost their money. And for those of you who are thinking about using these bots, take a moment to look through these user comments. Now let's get back to our trade. As we look at the charts right now, we have a very powerful downward momentum currently going on. And there are only a few seconds left until the trade closes. I think this trade will close in profit for us. We'll already have $21 in our balance. That's an excellent result considering we started with just $1. Now let's either switch to another currency pair or we can continue opening trades here. Well, since a reversal has already started here, let's switch to another currency pair and continue opening the next trades there. So, dear friends, I have finally found the next opportunity to open our next trade. It took me quite a while to find a more or less suitable moment, so let's not waste any time and open our trade right away. We'll go up, placing $21 on an upward move. Here, as we can see, the trend is downward. After a sharp downward impulse, we are most likely seeing a correction right now. Plus, the price has almost reached our oversold level and bounced off it, so we are opening a trade upward for $21. So now we just wait and see that we have a very good impulse here. It's moving upward quite nicely, and I really think that we shouldn't have any problems at all with this trade. Let me repeat this once again. I don't quite remember if I mentioned this earlier in this video or not, but please always wait. If you are trading with this specific strategy for the very first time and you don't have enough experience yet, always wait until the price actually touches the overbought or oversold level. Now we're patiently waiting for this trade to close, and I think this trade will close in profit without any issues because we had a very powerful and significant upward bounce and the balance looks quite good at the moment. We already have $36.62 on the balance, so let's immediately place $36 on the next trade and move on to another currency pair. So, I found the next good opportunity to open our next trade. Here, we also are not going to waste any time at all and will go ahead and immediately open up an upward trade for $36 for 1 minute. Let's zoom in to see exactly how things are developing with our trade so far, while the price is moving right along the edge of our entry point. And there you go, just like that. Also, dear friends, I want to say that if you haven't quite figured out how to trade yet, regarding this strategy, you can always write to me. The link to my Telegram channel will be in the comments under this video, or you can message me directly and I will explain everything to you in more detail. Alternatively, you can join my educational material where I have explained this strategy in detail in text format. That's it. Also, in my educational material, there is a lot of useful information, including sections such as trader psychology, a trader's glossary, strategies. Besides this one, there are other strategies as well, and a lot of other valuable information. Access to my educational material is completely free. All you need to do is join my Telegram channel and message me, and I will add you to it absolutely free of charge. Meanwhile, as I mentioned, our next trade closed in profit and the balance is already at $69. Let's move on to another currency pair. So, I found the next good opportunity to open our final trade. We can see that the price has reached the oversold level and is reacting with an upward movement. Now it's returning to this level again. That's why, as soon as this candle closes, we'll open our final trade for $62. Or actually, let's not even wait. On second thought, let's wait because the price might continue moving toward this support level, which it's reacting to. So we can see that it has touched the support level twice with its wicks and is reacting with an upward movement from there. So, well, of course we could have opened the trade, but let's just wait for the candle to close and then open it. Alright, now we wait for the candle to close. Okay, we open our trade. I am opening an upward trade for 1 minute with an investment of $62. So while this trade is currently running, let's take a closer look at the overall market situation. We can clearly see that we have a consistent downward trend here. The price is constantly moving up and down, so it is a very real downtrend. The price is steadily moving from the maximum to the minimum and then from the maximum back to the minimum again. If you are unsure about how to identify a downtrend or an uptrend, in a downtrend each peak or maximum is lower than the previous one, and each trough or minimum is also lower than the previous one, In an uptrend each maximum is higher than the previous one and each minimum is higher than the previous one. These are the basics. If you're not very familiar with them, you can check out my training materials, but I've already told you about them. The link to my Telegram channel will be in the comments under these videos. Now we're waiting for our current trade to close. There's just a little bit left until it closes and it finishes in profit. Excellent, dear friends. The trade closed in profit and the balance is $119.78. So we started with $1 and reached $119. This video is coming to an end. The link to my Telegram channel will be in the comments under these videos. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. And goodbye to everyone.